Hey guys, so it's been a while. As usual, I say that every time. I moved out of my hometown. Yeah, my room is like so boring. I might just go in the kitchen because it's cuter. So basically, since the last time we talked, my mom passed away. I decided, oh, actually, since the last time we talked, I decided not to go to school and just work and build a career in I don't even know what. Basically, I'm in school. I mostly decided to move out because I signed a lease while I was at Virginia Tech last year in the fall of 2021. Housing is really competitive, at least from what I understand. I signed a lease for this year starting August 2022. I signed this lease a year ago. So I already had a place down here and I really wanted to get out of my hometown where all I knew was my life with my family, my mom and my dad, and work. Like that was it. I plan to move and get my own place and start a career in the next few years. So I also want to like experience as much as I can and try living different places. I grew up in Nova. I've lived in Nova my whole life and I've traveled a bit, but like I haven't lived in this sort of environment before. So I really wanted to try and challenge myself. And I've always been so comfortable. I've never been pushed out of my comfort zone. So here we are. Right now, I don't even want to say what I'm doing right now because it changes every 2 months. 2 months ago, I was going to try to kickstart my path to be a manager at Chick-fil-A. Now I'm a student in community college, living in a college town that is not the one that I go to. So far, I moved in, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I feel like it's only been 2.5 weeks. That's crazy. It feels like a lot longer. First 2 week review. Lonely, as expected. I mean, I miss my dad. I miss my dog. My God, I miss my dog. I don't have anything to do. Like, I'm in school, but it's online and I'm not working. So I don't really have anything to make me go out and meet people and like find a group. I have found a walking path that I can go to, and my apartment complex has a fitness center, but I might join a gym so that I can like go to classes and interact with people that way. The easiest way for me to be able to meet people is for me to start working, but I don't want to add too much and then be overwhelmed, even though in comparison, which I don't like to compare that often because I am on a very different path than what was expected of me. Comparatively, I should easily be able to handle a job plus what I'm doing right now. But I don't want to push myself too much. But I feel like working would help me get out of my shell and force me to meet people and get out of the house. But I don't know. I don't know. That's my review of being here so far. I don't know. One of the parts about comparison that gets me is everybody has a different brain. Everybody has different limits, strengths, weaknesses. So comparing what I'm doing right now and considering like taking on a job or something, I also have to consider the fact that I am still learning to manage my mental illnesses, and I also just lost my mother. So I'm just trying to think about all of the factors in my life and not just try to jump in and do the same things that other people my age are doing. I'm so grateful to have the support of my dad. I don't know what I would do without him. I feel incredibly privileged to have the option to work or not and be able to make the decision for myself. I just want to acknowledge that and put that aside. I want to point out some differences between where I grew up and where I live now. I grew up in the suburbs, families everywhere, all centered around kids, students, that kind of vibe. And now I live in technically a college town, but it's like country vibes. A lot of the townies grew up here, stayed here, made careers here, had families here. But I'm also surrounded by students because it is a college town. People are so much nicer here. So much nicer. I went to Walmart and I got a little lost, and I was sitting there with my cart and I was like looking around completely oblivious, and something distracted me, and then this lady comes around the corner. I just said like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, my bad." She said, "No, you're absolutely fine, darling." At home they would have been like, "Okay." That was stupid. My point to that is I feel like people are more kind and respectful towards your space here. People are just nicer. Like the vibe is friendlier. I don't even know. At home, people always have, I don't know if they actually have places to be, but they all think they do. They think they're above everyone else, entitled. People flaunt their money a lot. But here, everybody's just like being people. I feel like people just like being humans here. I can't even like give specific examples to describe that. It's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. I don't expect this journey to be easy at all. I had a rough night a few nights ago, and I was like, I'm staying here. I'm gonna stick through this. And I anticipate a lot more nights like that. Missing my family and missing the comfort of home, having my designated places that I would go drive to and go things to do. And I just have to find them here. It's gonna be hard, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it. I wanna be more independent, and I want to push myself out of my comfort zone for once. I think I just talked in circles for like 30 minutes. I kind of just wanted to film to give a little update because I feel like a lot has changed in my life. Obviously, the death of a parent kind of, it does a lot. Anyways, love you guys. Mwah.